My name is Joe Perea, and I'm a Fremont, San Jose artist, Bay Area artist. This piece is 8 females. It's actually 9. It's a representation of the yin and yang and the spiral of life, the never-ending spiral that we go through, and the contrast that we experience. And it's basically to understand ourselves from the inside in order for us to understand the world outside. And the ending is total waking, or total understanding of ourselves. I blacken out everything because it's like a metaphor for life, and everything's dark, and all of a sudden brightness. There's an explosion of love, and it just expanded, and that's how my work reflects the darkness too bright. I freestyle when I paint by just using simple strokes, and I just repeat it. I teach it in Trident Museum. I don't care strokes, so I just go like that and repeat the same thing, because every time you repeat it, it's never the same. Usually I hide symbols and math, like formulas in quantum physics. I work with physicists, chemists, and biologists with masters and PhDs. I learn a lot from them, and a lot of them, they actually resonate with my work because they see the math, the symmetry of nature that we're attracted to. What does that mean? That means it's just the resonance, the vibrations, and the frequencies, the octaves that our voice creates, and they reflect to my art pieces, not because they like art, it's just the flow. Because the universe really doesn't care, it just creates, not judgmental. It creates and destroy, and it's a never-ending cycle. We humans, we try to brand everything. We try to brand what's wrong and what's right, and then later on, the process of what's wrong and what's right, it flips, and that's how we learn. And I like the bright side because that keeps us awake during the day, and the dark side, the reason why we go to sleep. So the total balance is the awakening, the total understanding of what's inside by reflecting what's out there. Inspiration showed up when I was really young, but I couldn't explain it. How do you say that? I learned how to let go and not care about what other people think. And there's a magic to that. Once you let go of the stuff you really like and you try to force it, abundance shows up right in front of your face. But the reason why I create is because I like having conversation, because that's how I learn. I don't believe or disbelieve anything. I just try to observe the world as is. But because I'm human, I will always be biased on something. Because I have a physical body that can get hurt or that will not be here later on. I will still kind of take sides, but I will always try to observe things, just observe instead of judging it, because that's how the creative juices flow when we don't care. As an artist, the most awesome people that create, they just flow. Jimi Hendrix, you don't even care. You just play. And a lot of artists, they use this. Some people call it Akash, or the Akashic record to be connected. Tesla talked about this, even Einstein. This is that Carl Jung's work. He's the reason why psychology is pretty awesome, because they merge the two sides, the mystical and the scientific. I try to merge those two things without taking one side. I love science, I love the mystical, and that helps me create by just not caring and letting it flow. I don't have a favorite artist. All of the artists' work is dope to me. But my idols are the ones who pushed me, who inspired me to create. Like my grandfather, before I could learn how to draw stick figures. I learned how to draw boobs and butt. And then I met Christine and George Rivera at Mission College, and they showed me the way. I'm learning the basics right now, but they opened my mind. And then I met Sherry Lake and Brian at San Jose, Anna Domini, and Collide Gallery. They gave me a chance without me even asking. So, and then there's a Waddle, and everybody knows Waddle from San Jose. Yeah, he's the one who invited me to go at a show, and I got discovered by Sherry. I was just chilling there, I was doing my thing. I was like, I don't want to talk to nobody, I was scared. The thing is that's the main thing with my work too. Do not be afraid. Find your negative and dark side. Once you realize that your two sides is very important. The reason why the most awesome artists, not because they run away from their fear. Influencing. I don't go out there so people would follow what I do. I teach it. My styles and technique. My style and technique is actually easy. Anybody can do it. I like to influence people by talking to them, by having a conversation about their work and my work. It's not always about my work. The reason why my technique and style, they always change. You ask me questions, I'll share it with you. I ask you questions and I'll take it in fully, not judging it. And I evolve as an artist. So my point is just, artists from different backgrounds should always have this capacity to change. So your audience will have a different flavor of you every time. I mean, there's nothing wrong staying at a certain style, but imagine if Leonardo da Vinci was here and you start seeing all these awesome graffiti artists. Imagine he was destroyed. But because he's stuck in that genre, he was actually trapped. That's just about change. Just keep on changing, never judge, and just keep on flowing with life. I actually have a whole bunch of things going down this month. Sub-Zero, Collide, and a whole bunch of other stuff. I'm learning how to mature and not freak out, and just choose the things that I actually resonate with. It's just, instead of just working non-stop and not have time. And I usually, right now, I pick the places that actually reflect with what I feel. It's about healing, dance, not just to do it, but to have a meaning, good meaning. A lot of the stuff I'm gonna have are, I call them technomandalas. There's droplets of technology in it. So it's like a convergence of nature and technology that we have. We have a technological mediated telepathy. And that's what our technology, our cell phone is. It made us, wow, we're like 1,000 times smarter because of our technology. You can ask any questions and just like that we have an answer. So our technology is nature to me. A lot of people go, well, it's not, we made this, this is a building, this concrete, it's not, it's man-made. No, we're like bees, really smart bees with a lot of problems because we always judge things around us. Bees just work and be happy, eat, and do their thing. Like or dislike, I want to influence the people that don't like art. And I have done this, and I'm very thankful because it sparks a certain frequency or a certain vibration on people inside. And then they start drawing, or they started doing poetry because I'm able to share the physical, the visual things that you can't see in my work, and the emotional thing that goes with it. And every single individual out there is trying to look for something. Like the pieces I have here at the bottom, like Adam represents the male and the female for me. Looking looking for some. It's all symbols. And wow, my name is Joe Perea, and I'm here to entertain people. Like what Alan Watts says, you know, if you go to a park, I'm like a bird singing. If you like me singing, you can chill out. If not, you can go and have a fantastic day. That's how my work is. It's not to teach anything. It's just to make people smile. And in that process of smiling, it's a process of healing also. And the process of healing is finding balance. That's what my art is about. It's about finding balance, finding your yin and yang and bright side.